everyone, it's Affy. Today I'm here to do my May TBR. I have 9 books this month ready to go. There are 2 books from last month that I did not get to that I plan to put on my TBR again this month because I do really want to read them. Those 2 were Victoria Alexander's When We Meet Again, that one, and then Karen Rainey's One Man's Love. So both of these I meant to read last month. I did not get around to them. So my plan is to try and read them at the start of this month. So those are my first 2 choices. My next my next several books that I have for this month. The first one I have here is Jennifer Ashley. This is The Seduction of Elliot McBride. This is the 5th book in the Mackenzies and McBride series, and this is the first McBride. Everybody else has been a Mackenzie so far, so this is the first McBride. So we have Juliana St. John and Elliot McBride. So we have Juliana St. John, who it looks like she has this long engagement. Her wedding day comes around and she ends up being jilted at the altar. She stumbles on Elliot McBride. They happen to have known each other before. They were first love. So this is a second chance romance. And then he was imprisoned, has returned to Scotland, now wealthy, and Juliana basically asks him to marry her. And so it's also a marriage of convenience. So I'm looking forward to this one. It's the first McBride. No more Mackenzies, but it should be interesting. I'm excited because it'll be different. The next book I have here to read this coming month is Julia Quinn. This is Just Like Heaven. It's the beginning of a series. I think it's the Smythe-Smith series. It says the Bridgertons know the Smythe-Smiths, do you? So yeah, this is the first book in the Smythe-Smith series, so I'm excited to read this. I have not read any Julia Quinn books since I read the Bridgerton books, so this will be the first one outside of that. I almost forgot. So this is about Honoria Smythe-Smith. It says she's a really bad violinist, still miffed at being nicknamed Bug as a child, not in love with her older brother's best friend, and D, all of the above. And then her hero is Marcus Holroyd. He is A, the Earl of Chatteris, B, regrettably prone to sprained ankles, C, not in love with his best friend's younger sister, and D, all of the above. This is really cute. Together they eat quite a bit of chocolate cake, B, survive a deadly fever and the world's worst musical performance, the Smythe-Smiths, C, fall quite desperately in love, and it's Julia Quinn at her best, so you know the answer is D, all of the above. This is gonna be fun. I think I'm gonna like this one. I'm anticipating that I will like this one a lot. So the next book I have here for May is Joanna Shupe. This is the 3rd book in the 5th Avenue Rebels series. I'm really enjoying this series, so I am super looking forward to this book. I've heard so many things about it, but this is The Bride Goes Rogue. I'm very excited about this one. So the charismatic and vivacious Catherine Delafield should be married by now. Her father arranged an engagement to the much sought-after tycoon Preston Clark years ago. The only problem is Preston refuses to acknowledge it, but this isn't going to stop Catherine from living life to the fullest as she ditches all silly notions of love and marriage and sets out to sample all the excitement New York City has to offer. The more scandalous, the better, because no matter what happens, she and Preston will never marry. Of course not. Preston is done letting his father control his life, including choosing his bride. But when a mysterious lover at a masquerade turns out to be his would-be fiancé, Preston's resolve begins to crumble. He hadn't expected Catherine to be so charming or beautiful or passionate, and seeing her out on the town with other men is driving him crazy. What happens when the wrong bride turns out to be the right woman after all? Like I said, I've heard a lot of good things about this book, so I am very excited to get to this one. I'll probably put this at the top of my list, to be honest. Skip the two from last month and put that at the top of my list instead. I really, really, really want to read that. So the next book that I have to read this month is Lisa Kleypas, because again, I'm trying to read her backlist. Every month I'm trying to do a book of hers, well, except for last month. So this next book is the Hathaway series. I'm still going through it. This is Tempt Me at Twilight. So this is Poppy Hathaway's book. It says she loves her unconventional family, though she longs for normalcy. Then fate leads to a meeting with Harry Rutledge, an enigmatic hotel owner and inventor with wealth, power, and a dangerous hidden life. When their flirtation compromises her own reputation, Poppy shocks everyone by accepting his proposal, only to find her new husband offers his passion but not his trust. So, marriage of convenience. Interesting. And I don't think I showed you the step back on that one. So she was everything he needed. Harry was willing to do anything to win Poppy except to open his heart. All his life, he has held the world at arm's length, but the sharp, beguiling Poppy demands to be his wife in every way that matters. Still, as desire grows between them and enemies lurk in the shadows, now if Harry wants to keep Poppy by his side, he must forge a true union of body and soul once and for all. This should be interesting. So, yeah, check it out. I'm not like super into the Hathaway series so far. Not to say I'm not excited to read it, but they haven't wowed me yet. So, yeah. Next book I have is Lorraine Heath. This is the Sins for All Seasons series, and this is Beyond Scandal and Desire. So this is the first book in the series. I've heard this is a really good series. There's like 7 books, though. It's kind of long. At birth, Mick Trelove. What? It's spelled Trewlove. True Love? I'm going to say True Love. Mick Trelove, the illegitimate son of a duke, was handed over to a commoner. Despite his lowly upbringing, Mick has become a successful businessman, but all his wealth hasn't satisfied his need for revenge against the man who still won't acknowledge him. Daddy issues! So many historical romances, the men have daddy issues. I love it. What else can Mick do but destroy the Duke's legitimate son and woo the heir's betrothed into his own unloving arms? Whew. Orphaned and sheltered Lady Aslyn. These names are killing me. Aslyn. I'm going to say Aslyn. Hastings longs for a bit of adventure. With her intended, often preoccupied, Aslyn finds herself drawn to a darkly handsome entrepreneur who seems to understand her so well. Surely a lady of her station should avoid Mick Trelove. I'm so sorry. As secrets are about to be exposed, Mick must decide if his plan for vengeance is worth risking what his heart truly desires. I'm sorry. This one made me laugh all the way through. This one looks like it's gonna be fun. I mean, it sounds like a lot, but I think it's gonna be fun. These names are killing me, though. So the next book I have to read for May is Sophie Jordan. This is The Scandal of It All. This is from the Rogue Files. I had accidentally jumped to book 3, so I'm going back now to read book 2. In this one, we have Graciella, the Duchess of Ottenbury, and Lord Strickland. It says, what kind of woman ventures into London's most notorious pleasure club? An outsider like Graciella. Snubbed time and time again by society because of her Spanish roots, Ella longs to take a lover for a single wild night, and within the walls of Sodom there are gentlemen to suit every forbidden taste. If only she were not so drawn to the smoldering Lord Strickland, a dangerous man who sees beyond her mask and can ruin her reputation with a mere whisper. Lord Strickland never permitted himself to fantasize about the sultry off-limits lady, but then he never expected to find Ella in a place so wicked, looking for what he's only too happy to give. Oh, so maybe he already knows her and, like, has a thing for her? That's kind of what it sounds like. So she may not be to the Ton's taste, but she suits him perfectly. First, however, he must convince her to trust in this dangerous desire and in the promise of forever unleashed by one wild, scandalous night. All right, so one night stand? Maybe? I don't know. It still looks interesting. So the last book I have here for this month, I don't know if I'll get around to this one. Usually 8 is about how many I get to per month. So this is the 9th book I have here. Maybe I'll get to it, maybe I won't. But this is The Gilded Age Heiresses by Harper St. George. This is the 2nd book in the series. This is The Devil and the Heiress. So we've got The Devil and the Heiress, and in this book, it says no one would guess that beneath Violet Crenshaw's ladylike demeanor lies the heart of a rebel. Okay, I like rebellious woman. Let's go. American heiresses looking to secure English lords must be on their best behavior. But Violet has other plans. She intends to flee London and the marriage her parents have arranged to become a published author. If only the wickedly handsome Earl who inspired her most outrageously sinful character didn't insist on coming with her. I'm kind of worried with this book because I read the first one in the series and did not like it. So while this sounds very interesting, I'm still concerned. It's not the writing that I don't like. The writing was fine. It was just the character was awful. So I'm hoping this book is a little better. But we've got Christian Halston. The Earl of Leigh has a scheme of his own. Escort the surprisingly spirited dollar princess north and use every delicious moment in close quarters to convince Violet to marry him. Christian needs an heiress to rebuild his Scottish estate, but the more time he spends with Violet, the more he realizes what he really needs is her by his side, near his heart, and in his bed. Aww. Okay. I mean, it sounds like it'll be good. I'm gonna cross my fingers on that one. Oh, and I forgot to introduce her, but this is Valentine. She's 2. She's adorable, but she gets into things, so yeah. Go away now. All right, you guys. Thank you for watching. If you made it to the end of this video, please give me a star emoji. And leave comments in the comment section about any of these books if you have read them. Did you like them? Did you not like them? Yeah, leave me some comments, you guys. All right. Thank you for watching. Bye.